Next muscle is going to be the subscapularis. This is a rotator cuff muscle responsible primarily for internal rotation of the shoulder, and you can see from that movement that you might think to yourself, all right, this is probably part of the throwing motion in any kind of overhand sport, whether it be throwing, whether it be hitting. The subscapularis is a pretty important muscle. Since it's an internal rotator, it actually will restrict, if it's tight, it'll restrict external rotation. It is a very soft tissued technique. If you look at any ART graphs and that kind of stuff, people will be digging in armpits daily in order to get this muscle to loosen up a little bit. That's where the muscle resides, is in the armpit, and we need people to understand how to fire this muscle. Very, very important. There's two ways to find it, all right? So here's the first way. From this position, you're going to take your wrist. All right, you're going to place your wrist on your belly or your rib cage, and you're going to try to push your hand into your belly, making sure that your hand is relaxing, your fingers are relaxing, your wrist is relaxing. I tell people, pretend like you don't have a hand, you just have a stump. All right, so take your stump or your nub and just push your nub into your belly or into your rib cage and try to feel something firing on the inside of that armpit. All right, that's number one. The second is a sleeper stretch with an associated subscapularis activation. So this one is basically like this, and you've probably seen sleeper stretches where you take your arm, your body is at 90 degrees, your arm is at 90 degrees, your elbow is at 90 degrees. You take the hand and you're going to push your hand down towards the bed. All right, so that's pretty much going to be what a sleeper stretch looks like. It's a dangerous stretch because you're stretching the capsule of the shoulder, so do not, and I repeat, do not stretch it like a muscle stretch, because a muscle stretch you can pretty much go crazy with the capsular stretch, you don't. Okay, so make sure you are judicious with your amount of pressure. So you take the arm and you're going to be pushing your own arm down, and then after doing this subscapularis, the sleeper stretch, and then I want you to take your own arm and you're going to let go with this arm and pretend like you don't want to see any kind of spring back whatsoever. If I see the spring back like this, it means you're not controlling the movement. So you push and then you try to hold it there as best you can, and that's going to be a subscapularis activation after a sleeper stretch.